We're here with Matt Crawford and Marty Treen, who is, I believe, helped out at the work party.
Yeah.
And we wanted to have Matt come on to tell us how it went. And from the reports I got from Nick Church yesterday, you had a good turnout.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
very nice.
When I first counted the list, I counted 20, but then some of the people didn't register, and we're up to 22.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Gosh, last week you only had 6 at first.
I know.
Yeah.
We had 7 people show up, Pat, that I had never met before, but they had walked the trail, they had heard the advertisement, read in the paper, or saw the Bob Libbs Elders thing on, had seen me on your show, and they wanted to be a part of it.
Great.
And they showed up, and I got 7 new friends on Saturday.
Did you get everything accomplished that you wanted to get accomplished?
I had a list, Pat, a wish list that was a mile long, and we got everything up to 1/2 of the last thing on the list. I mean, it was unbelievable how much work we got accomplished.
Yeah.
So we got 99% of what I wanted to get done got done, which I never expected.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm glad
it
to
was.
hear it. The weather cooperated.
Absolutely beautiful
It
weather.
was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah,
We had a nice
beautiful
weekend.
weather.
Marty, you were one of the callers last week. Said that you would volunteer your time. What did you get to do?
Oh, I was raking leaves and I was raking mulch and gravel and stuff. They put little bridges in areas where there was like, oh, I can't really say there were streams. I guess wet
Damp
areas.
Yeah.
Wet areas, and they were flat, so you had to step down. So we put mulch and gravel on the edges so that it's an incline.
So
Makes
it's
it
a nice
easier to
taper.
walk.
I see.
They made a nice taper up onto the bridge and then back down off the other side.
Okay.
So it worked out real well.
It was hilarious last week when I ran your video that Bob had taken. I walked in and I go, "Do you have that video ready?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "But look at my mosquito bites."
Oh, yeah.
He said the mosquitoes were eating them alive.
And I had off on me, and I still got about 6 bites.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go out there, put lots of off on you.
Yeah.
Bugger.
Well, it's so
That-
wet. It's,
That deep woods.
yeah, deep woods. It's been so wet. You're going to have mosquitoes. It's
Yeah.
just, you're, bad.
But it was really cool, and the canopy of trees. It's just like it's just beautiful.
Like
It
a
really
cathedral,
is.
walking through a cathedral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
birds. I mean, the birds were singing. It just was really gorgeous.
Yeah.
Did the heavy equipment operators show up?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I imagine that helped out too.
Bob Reed brought his tractor with a front end loader on it, plus his son Joe. They, Tom Small.
Oh, Joe. Yeah, Joe Reed. I know Joe.
Yeah. Tom Small with his grandson Brandon came with their 4-wheeler with a dump trailer, and Jerry Anderson, who was, I thought might be here this morning, he came with his 4-wheeler. And
There, is that him? Up there?
Yeah, come on in.
Got another chair.
Yeah, we got one. Yeah. Yep.
We have another
Hi.
surprise guest this morning, Jerry Anderson. With us. Jerry,
Started a little bit early.
Good to see you,
we
Jerry.
did just a little bit. We did. Did you you ran heavy equipment out there today?
I had my daughter's 4-wheeler and a little small utility trailer,
Okay.
hauling gravel and
Yeah.
installing some signs. And
Matt was saying that it was a huge success. That a lot of
Yeah.
work got done out there.
a lot of people showed up. Really pleased.
Did Phil show up and Keith?
Oh, of course. Phil was there. His workers dropped off. I shot for the stars and asked for 20 sandwiches, 20 lunches. He sent out 24, and there was no food left at the end of the day. There was no food left at the end of the day. But the lunches, Pat, was a huge ham sandwich or turkey sandwich, pasta salad, cookie, bag of chips, a peach that I think he went to Georgia and picked himself because they were so big and so fresh, and a case of ice water.
No kidding.
That was the lunch.
And he donated that.
He donated it.
Yeah.
And then about 15 minutes later, we were just finishing up the lunches, and Keith Schreiber's son came out with dilly bars, 2 dozen dilly bars.
Dilly bars, yeah.
From Dairy Queen.
Yeah, that's great.
And that Keith, came through again. He donated it all.
Both those guys and their families have done tremendous things in this community.
Yeah. And they've been supporters of the Learning Center from its inception.
Yeah.
They've been good supporters.
one of the other things I wanted to mention that somebody asked me this the other day. Can people go out there? Is it closed off at any time, or can people go out there and tour on their own without anybody being there?
Absolutely, we encourage it. And I wanted to mention this morning that it is pet friendly. You know, take your dog for a walk through the woods. You know, you're more than welcome to take your pets out there with you. And right at the beginning of the trail is a mailbox, and inside the mailbox has lists of all the stops along the way. You know, all the trees are numbered, all the wildflowers are numbered, if not labeled, and you're welcome to take the list as you walk through, and you'll see everything that's highlighted. You know, and it'll tell you what it is.
Okay. Yeah.
And put them back when they're finished with it.
Well, a lot of times they don't, and that's fine too. You know, I got no problem with that. I go out and I count them, and I print them off, and replenish the box.
Do you still have a budget that's workable, Matt?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I know that it's kind of hard to keep up out there with expenses and stuff.
Right, we spent quite a bit for this work party.
Did you?
Yeah, we bought handrails for going alongside the bridges that we put in. See, a lot of this work party, because I'm on a cane, you know, for the last few months, I was out there and I'd step up on a bridge and it would wobble, you know, and I panicked, you know, and I thought, you know, if this is happening to me, maybe an elderly, you know, or another handicapped person might panic the same way. So we went ahead and invested in the handrails. We put the mulch and the gravel so that you don't have to step up. It's made them solid, you know, there's no more wobble in our benches.
Yeah.
And, you know, so it's really encouraged, you know, to get out there and take
I hate to say this, but handrails are so important. When I had the problems like you're having there with your back and stuff, I had to hold on. And I'm sure Marty experiences that with her patients and clients.
And these blend in. What they are, they sort of went together like split rail fencing, only they were turned on a lathe. The wood was turned on a lathe, and there's no splinters.
Oh yeah.
You know, whereas the split rail fence, you get a lot of splinters.
Yeah, they're terrible.
You know, well, my brother suggested this round. You know, it's perfectly round, turned on a lathe wood, and it was no splinters. You know, and it was more expensive than split rail, but we had the money in our budget from our Wingfest fundraiser, and we went ahead and thought it was a good idea to go ahead and go for it.
Steve Grant wanted me to ask you this.
We don't answer Steve's questions.
He said last year he went out to there. You had something like a
Discovery Day.
Discovery Day, and he wondered if that was going to happen again this year.
On August 2nd, it's going to happen this year.
Oh, that's the day of the Discovery Day that we talked about. You're having a DJ there and all that sort of stuff.
Right, yeah. Joe
Ross,
Yeah, Joe Ross will be our DJ. We're going to have refreshments, Chinese auction, 50-50 raffle. Chris Breck is donating 25 T-shirts.
That is the day. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those will be for sale for $10 a shirt. Yeah. That's
What do you call it Discovery Day?
So that they can discover the trail, discover the woods, discover a part of Conneaut that they may have never seen before.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Last year was your first one.
Right. Last year was our first Discovery Day. This year will be our second.
Well, if he doesn't see this today, I'll tell him tomorrow that is the day. I remember you and I talking about it. I guess I didn't realize the name was Discovery. But
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Pat, last year's Discovery Day is how I got involved with Matt and helping out.
You just went out there?
Yeah, my wife and I went out to to see what it was and help support them. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told me who he was
here
and
we
what
are.
he did.
Yeah. Marty, have you ever been out there before?
No, I wasn't.
That was the first. So you just heard it on the show that day and decided that you wanted to help out.
Right.
But you mentioned you liked the garden.
Yeah, I do, and I had Girl Scout troops for almost 20 years.
Oh.
So we used to go to Camp Unalea all the time in the woods, and it's a good experience for children because a lot of them, they live in the city. They don't even know what it's like to be in the woods. My daughter's in the Girl Scout troop with her daughter, my granddaughter. So I'm going to encourage them to go out there.
Sure.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah, the more the word of mouth gets out there, the better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now, that's owned by the schools, right?
Correct.
That property, so they have no problem with
No.
People going out?
No, we got the school board's blessing. In fact, Joni Norton, who was on the school board when I originally pitched the idea to the school board,
Okay.
I went to Kent first, Houston first, and told him, you know, what was rolling around in
Right.
my mind. And he said, well, get it down, bring it to the school board, and we'll see where it goes. So I did that, and I got 100% backing from the school board. And Saturday, Joni Norton showed up and worked from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon.
Is that right?
Yeah. She
Good
loved
for
it.
her. She's a good girl.
Yeah, she loved it. She stained, I don't know how many benches. We probably have 12 or 14 benches out there right now. And she stained probably the majority of them. Jeanette helped stain, Jeanette Spear. She helped stain, and one of your frequent callers, Kayla Reardon,
Yeah.
her father, Chuck Reardon, Mr. Reardon, he helped stain.
Oh, you're
And
right.
Kayla was out there, she was helping me. Jerry babied me like I was, you know, he was my right hand man. I couldn't do anything. You know, I tried to drag almost an empty garbage can, and he come running over. You know, you ain't supposed to be doing that kind of work. And he would drag an empty garbage can for me. You know, he didn't want me to do nothing. But it was a good day. I had so much fun. Met so many people. You know,
And feel accomplishment too. You know,
oh yeah, we
huge.
got so much work done that it was unbelievable.
Yeah, Marty, you were going to say something. I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you.
it's okay. I grew up very comfortable in the woods. My
Okay.
grandfather was basically a botanist.
Yeah.
And so I know a lot of the plants. And when I was in Girl Scouts, that was one of the things I did was nature trails and teaching the kids what the plants, especially poison ivy, stay away from.
Is that out there?
Yeah,
A little bit is.
it's marked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
And
marked.
like I said, my granddaughter's in a troop now, and I told them I'd take them and show them how to build a campfire. But I'd like for them to go out here. Not that we're going to build a campfire out there.
Right,
We're not.
right.
There's a lot of benches they build out of slabs of wood. You can have like a group, like whether a family or a Girl Scout troop, Boy Scout troop, whatever. Go out there and have a picnic in the woods, and there's benches for you to sit on. There's a place for a lecture if you want to, you know, talk to the kids about something with nature. A lot of birds, a lot of bird houses that have been put up and nesting boxes for the animals.
Sure.
We were making a lot of noise, so I'm sure all the animals were hiding. But I would imagine on a common day you could see squirrels and,
Right. Oh yeah.
and woodchucks and different things
Yeah.
that would be out there.
Did you camp out when you were younger?
Oh yeah,
Do you still do that?
haven't for a long time.
Probably don't have time to do that
No.
so much. It's good to get away though and try. I've often
Yes.
thought about taking up camping.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I do like, I'm like you, I like the nature angle of it. I like being outside.
Right.
But maybe someday, maybe when I retire, maybe that'll be my new hobby.
But I gave you your pink slip this morning.
Yeah, he did. He did. Actually, I got to thank Matt. He gave me a very nice card from the Learning Center. I thought that was
We
nice.
just got those.
Those are
Monday.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
really nice.
Print craft.
Matt, you had some announcements to make.
Yeah, I'd like to mention the workers that showed up.
Sure.
We had workers from Monroe, from North Kingsville, from Kingsville. I mean, they came in from everywhere. It was such a great turnout. But I'd like to thank John and Greg Kink. They helped put in the handrails with the gas-operated postal diggers, you know, along with Tim Church.
What was the last name?
Kink.
Kink,
K-I-N-K. From Kingsville, Ohio. Bill and Darlene Grizzly.
Oh, did they come on?
Yeah, oh yeah. They called and said they would, and they sure enough did. Kayla and Chuck Reardon, Joni Norton, Richard King, Judy and Jim Bailey.
Oh yeah, Judy Wenting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they came. Jerry, Louisa Crago. There was one from Monroe Center that I had just met.
Yeah, she's a friend of mine.
Oh,
And I didn't even know she was going to be there.
Yeah, okay. Then Debbie and Ray West, and they brought their granddaughter Kira, and Kira was the cutest little. She's a 4-year-old girl.
Oh,
The cutest little thing you ever seen. She was there from 9 until 3. Never pouted. Never said, "Grandma, let's go."
Really?
Never cried. Just entertained the workers.
Oh yeah,
You
she
know,
was a lot of fun.
She graduated to a booster seat. And everybody, she had to take him over to the car and show him her booster seat. It was so cool.
So basically this went till 3 o'clock, is that?
Yeah, most of the people stayed until 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
I
unreal.
don't think, I think we pulled out at about 5:30.
Yeah, Jerry and
Got stuff done.
Bob Reed pulled out around 5:30. Bob and his son Joe, Tim Church.
Marty Green.
Oh yeah, Marty. Yeah, I
Yeah.
skipped over that, didn't I?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Marty, Tom and Brandon, Smile, his grandson. A guy named Bob, he's been there at every cleanup that we've had. He was there at Discovery Day, and he didn't sign in. But I know he's, Bob, I don't know your last name. I wish I did. He's from North Kingsville. He's a birder. He loves watching and listening to birds. And that's how he got involved, going out there
Great.
when it first started, when it first opened up. And I'd like to thank our sponsors, Chris Breck, Phil Garcia, Phil's Catering, Dairy Queen with Keith Schreiber. Martha Sorahan gave us a beautiful article in the Courier.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
That was very nice.
really good article. Mark Todd wrote a really good article for us in the Star Beacon. Bob Lebzelder did a nice, he came out to the trail and he did a TV program for us for Sweet 224. Pat, you've been a supporter of ours from the word go and a good friend.
Thank you.
WWOW.
Oh, Bill Shannon.
Yeah, he had, they do free advertising for nonprofits. And he mentioned ours 3-4 times a day. I remember hearing it.
Yeah.
You know, and if there was some people that left behind some stuff. I got a chair. I think I got a flat shovel. I'm not sure that I know I took a flat shovel, but I don't know which one I took. A flat shovel, and I got Marty's jacket.
Yeah.
So if you left something behind, give me a call because I have it. Nothing was left behind. 319-5243. If you left something behind, you can get a hold of me and I'll get it to you. So.
Well, it sounds like a highly successful day.
Oh, it was. I had so much fun.
That's great.
I paid for it on Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because even though Jerry wouldn't let me do nothing, I still made about 3 laps around the trail. And, just thanking people for what they were doing and seeing how they were doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still overdid it.
I even brought out one of those 10x10 easy up canopies to keep him shaded.
Keep them in the
Yeah,
shade.
that was nice.
Get my head from burning.
It's a Sunday spot.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, and certainly Marty, Jerry, and all the other volunteers. I thank you all for chipping in like that. I mean, Marty, I mentioned just before you got here, Jerry. She actually called in last week and says, "Put me down. I'd like to help out." And I thought that was really, because she's busy. She does a lot of work at the Kramer home, but I thought that was really neat.
Really helped out with hauling the gravel. I mean, we had a huge pile of gravel, and there's still more to haul. Tom Smile brought his 4-wheeler out and he had a little scoop, which really helped him to get it back in. Bob Reed brought his small tractor out and he had a scoop on that, so he would load my trailer up and he'd take a scoop and we'd go back in and dump the gravel. And
Dump the 3 loads at once.
Wow.
I mean, and the quads, they took it right to the bridges. They were able to get it real close. There's very little wheelbarrow work from what I understand. Because they were able to get so close to it.
Yeah.
So.
there was one spot that I walked out around to check to see if there was any more that needed to be hauled out, and saw where somebody had run over one of the little signs there for description of what's there.
Poison ivy. I saw
Yeah,
that.
I picked the sign up and it was bent over. I picked it up and turned it over and said poison ivy. Yeah, I stand right in the middle of it.
I tried to get it with my rake, but I wasn't going to reach in there. I'm definitely allergic to it.
You're allergic to it, are you?
Not today.
Get away with it.
Takes about 3 or 4 days.
And it's been, what, 2 or 3?
Yeah,
We had
Should
so
be
much
all
fun.
I have stuff that takes care of it. So.
Good.
And we had like 8 bluebird boxes. And one gentleman, he just weed whacked all day long until 1:30 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He just weed whacked and cleared out around all our bluebird boxes. Because bluebird's like a straight shot, straight into the box. And tree limbs were hanging down and briar, blackberry bushes were growing up. And the birds really, they could use it, but not really ideal for them. And he weed whacked all day long. He was soaked with sweat, but he kept a smile on his face, and
Wow.
Sat down and had lunch with us, and you know, we got to meet, learn a little bit more about
Right.
him, and
Right.
really.
I just find it amazing that you got that many people, because when we started out, I figured maybe 10.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I shot for the stars and said 20.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we hit 22.
22, fantastic.
I know.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you. It was a team effort for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It was a
that's
team
great.
effort.
Well, guys, appreciate you coming in. I really wanted to hear more about this firsthand, and it's always good to have a good success story like
Right.
that, you know.
Right.
So, thanks again for coming in. Thanks, Jerry, Marty, Matt.
Thank you.
Before you bump off,
Yeah.
my granddaughter spent the night last night,
Mhm.
and she's watching. I was, hi, Lily.
Hi, Lily.
Hi, Lily. Get a good old man here.